You would rather have Mike Tyson as a president than Trump?
No, Mike Tyson's stupid. Yeah.
Nobody has a clue what you're going to say. You're so unpredictable.
The Democrats are a very clever slave master.
Welcome to Unplug. I'm Paul Chen, and today we're just reviewing Charleston White on the PBD Podcast and the very interesting stuff that he said. So stay tuned and let's get into it. Unplugged. See, what I like about Charleston White is that he's speaking from his personal experience of knowing someone and what they're known for. So he's going to call you out on what you're doing. And I think that's great, right? We need truth tellers.
They went and recruited the gays. That's Sergeant Dick Van Dyke. The worst thing we could have done to our military is don't ask, don't tell. Now, we asking, and you tell us.
You give me the feeling that you watch a lot of WNBA. Is that true? Like, are you a big
I hate the WNBA.
Really?
Lesbian women are not entertaining. Go get some hoes that can play basketball. They supposed to be playing in what she got on right there. They should have uniforms.
Oh, you're saying for them to wear plain lingerie?
Yeah, in heels, run up and down them, click-clacking in them heels.
Very strategic. People you'd want to meet, who would it be?
I want to meet the leader, the grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan.
Wow.
Planned Parenthood is our new Hitler, our new Nazi group.
Tell me about it.
That's exterminating strictly black people.
What do you think about Diddy?
He's innocent. I seen that video.
She's running.
She's stealing his bag. Give me my bag. Where you going? Where's Big Girl?
You're thinking.
You get on back in here.
You think this is okay?
Yeah. In the ghetto, this is normal. Fighting and fucking the makeup. Best orgasms in the world.
Like I told you earlier when he came in, I said, I wish you knew how many people here consume your content. They love what you have to say, because I think one of the things that's most interesting about you is anybody can ask you any question and nobody has a clue what you're going to say. You're so unpredictable.
I don't like to know. I like to be ambushed in interviews.
You like to be ambushed in interviews?
Yeah, I don't like to know what's going to be asked. I like to be ambushed because I can give you an explanation for everything I've said.
Yeah.
You may not agree with it.
Yeah.
But there's a reason behind it.
Right.
So I'm just not on here saying things. So I like to be put under pressure. And
have you always been like this?
Yes, sir.
Since you were a kid?
I fell in the washing machine when I was 5 years old. I snuck outside.
Fell in the washing machine?
I fell in the washing machine when I was 5 years old.
Intentionally, or somebody pushed you?
I fell in. I was getting ready to jump off.
Yeah.
So my mother was upstairs asleep. Yeah, I was a shit starter. Very, very, very much so. But with no hate. You always got a kid that's always antagonized.
Yeah.
I was antagonistic, like I am on the internet now. So that was a childhood trait. So I was very smart, articulate in school, always did well, but I just couldn't play well with others. I'm a natural born leader. And because I'm small, I have to stand up to big guys who think, so the small guy is always the leader out of the groups. Napoleon was. Big guys ain't hard as a leader until you go to prison.
Really?
Yeah.
Trump is tall. You don't think
Trump is a weenie.
Trump is a weenie?
Yeah, Trump, name 3 bar fights we know Trump done had.
Well, no, he said in an interview with Logan Paul he's never been in a fist fight.
That's what I'm talking about. He's a weenie.
So you think if you've never been in a fist fight...
As a man,
yeah.
You don't have no physical strength and ability to defend yourself as a man with no weapons. You got to have some kind of skills, or you're a weenie.
Really?
What if you got a wife and kids, and you can't, and somebody messing with your wife at the restaurant, and you ain't got your gun?
I mean, he has a point. As a man, and you're not able to defend yourself, your children, your wife, in certain instances, that is. I don't mean you should go out there and defend yourself all the time. No. Silence speaks, right? But as a man, it's protecting and providing. And protecting is also one of those things that you have to do. And if you can't protect yourself, or you're going to protect your wife and kids. So he has a point.
Gun on you, and you ain't never been punched in the nose. How you know you can take a punch? Talking shit.
Interesting. So you think if someone's never been punched in the face, they're not qualified to be a president?
No. Especially when you got world leaders like Putin. Putin came up in the KGB, early days of it. He's worked his way up through the ranks. And it's documented he have killed people. Trump ain't never killed nobody. We need leaders, the generals of the army and military men to match our world leader. That's why don't nobody respect our leaders. These are politician men that couldn't play football, wasn't high school jocks, that was nerds and barking like they men to the world. They weenies. You don't have no hand-to-hand comeback skills as a man, but you want to stand before all these other men who are trained mixed martial artists from Kim Jong-un. Man, they'll kick our ass.
So you would rather have Mike Tyson as a president than Trump?
No, Mike Tyson's stupid. Mike Tyson's stupid. He been hit in the head too many times. So I grew up in the boys' home. In the boys' home, I spent 14 to 21. I think throughout those 7 years, I probably had 20 fights.
Wow.
20 fights. Before then, I was the kid who my cousin say, wait till my little cousin come over here. I'm going to get him on you. So they bring me over there because I was a brave heart. As a kid, size really don't matter if you're brave.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have the rationale to be afraid when you're brave.
That's true. Yeah,
as a kid.
I agree fully.
So I was a brave heart. How I got in trouble is wanting to fit in with the older guys. My mom's at work. When I get out of school, my mom's going to work. She worked at General Motors. She worked the night shift.
Got it.
She got dinner on the stove. She giving us instructions. Leave your homework out. Wash them dishes. Don't go outside. Don't answer the door for nobody. I'm going to call at these times. Make sure y'all answer them calls. And so when she got home and we didn't do that, she'll wake us up out of our sleep. I thought I told y'all. So she tried to be a disciplinary, but she was a single mother who had to go to work. When she went to work, we outside. You got to think, at 5 years old, I'm in a hospital learning how to rewalk again. I'm getting a private tutor, so I'm not outside playing.
Right.
I'm physically disabled.
Right.
Soon as I get ready to play, boom, I put my eye out. So at 9 years, so from 5 to 8, I got a little 3-year time span, but 2 of those years I'm learning how to rewalk again. So 1 year I finally get to play with kids as a regular kid, boom, put my eye out. 9 eye surgeries from the age 8 to 12. So I get my eye took out like 5th grade. I got the prosthetic lens put in 6th grade. But my first part of my 6th grade year, I had a patch on. There go the inferiority complex.
Yeah.
So
what were people calling you after? Because kids can be brutal in 6th grade.
No. I don't hear nothing because I'm going to hit the first person in their mouth. All you have to do is make an example out of one person before many people. The police do it, your slave masters do it, the job do it. All you got to do is make an example out of one before many, and word travels. Nothing spreads like word of mouth. Man, so who wants to mess with a person that don't talk and pow? So that was my defense mechanism. And I knew I could get away with it because he was talking about my eye, mama. That's all I had to say. So I had a cop out. I learned how to use a cop out at an early age in life.
Do you think that's a common pattern, or how did you learn it? Did somebody teach you, or do you think you just had it?
Resiliency and wherewithal from feeling what you're feeling.
Did your brother also have it, or you had it more than he did?
What's that?
The ability to manipulate and feel like a victim so you were forgiven.
My brother got caught for everything.
He got caught with everything.
He got caught for doing wrong. I was a very charismatic child. So charisma go a long way, even when you're lying.
What month's your birthday?
May 17, 1977.
Interesting.
So I'm a borderline Gemini, full-blooded Taurus. But I was an honest kid. So if you press me too much, I will come out and tell the truth, even to this day. If my woman said, did you do it? Did you do it? If I happen to keep lying, I feel like a coward. Yeah, I did it. Fuck it. Yeah, I did it. She can get it out of it if you keep pressing me.
Got it.
Cowards lie.
Does she get it out of you quite often?
Yeah. I'm a brutally honest man. Do you
How does
love
she
her?
handle it?
Yeah, I love her.
You tell her?
Yeah, I love her. If I love my other woman, yeah, I love my other woman. Baby, you think I look fat in this? You know you look fat in it, baby. That's why you asking me. See, why you asking? Why you putting this pressure on me? You know you look fat in it. That's why you asking. So some people can handle the truth. It's the ugly truth that they can't handle.
So we're going to get back to this. At 14 years old, I read that you were hung out with some people who there was attempt on murder, convicted. What happened?
No. So my uncle had just died, who was a positive influence in our life. He died to gun violence. My mother had just became pregnant, and my little sister was born. my brother was already in and out of the juvenile facilities. And my mother was putting my brother in adolescence home. So my mama wasn't waiting for him to be arrested. When she started seeing behavior problems, she would put him in adolescent home. That made him even more rebellious. And he big. He tall and big. He got a grown man body. So mama got to work. And we got the best life most kids could have in the middle class neighborhood. So I'm the little brother sitting back watching who everybody's overlooking because of my injuries. They don't know I'm a mother. They don't know I'm a dynamite. Only my uncles know who let me hang out with them. So, man, once I got to become a kid, I was 13 years old. I've been in the hospital, man, from 5 to 13. So once I started playing with kids, I was a natural leader. And I attracted good and bad children. My real friends didn't get in trouble. The ones I went to hang with didn't live in our neighborhood. They lived in the projects, in apartments. So, man, when I got introduced to what I call, I'm the seed of America's gangster rap culture. A little kid who been watching Bill Cosby, Red Fox, Fred Sanford. When my uncles get out of prison, I watched all the black exploitation films. From Dolomite, Superfly, all penitentiary. So I learned criminal activity from watching these movies, watching my uncles, and
I want you guys to take keen notice to what he's telling you. He's telling you that watching these things, it influence you to become that person. Like watching it, the lifestyle, the adrenaline rush, the dopamine, it gives you that sense of wanting to do it yourself. Like he's telling you.
And once I finally got to go out into the community, imagery have already been propagated to me. Kid watching television, so man, so I'm mimicking what I'm seeing.
It's on TV. It's what they use to give you a mindset. Watch too much of the TV, you start to act and believe everything that you see on the TV. That's what he's talking about. So putting these black movies out, these all type of stuff, it's in your self-conscious, so you're gonna act like it.
So I've never seen a man come out of my mother's bedroom. I've also never seen a man get up and go to work.
You've never seen a man come out of your mama's bedroom? You've never seen a man go to work?
Yeah, I didn't know men work. I thought men were like my Uncle Curtis and my Uncle Wayne. They pimp on a woman, or they lay around all day, or earn their clothes in the middle of the day, wake up late with a joint in their mouth, fly clean, and go nowhere.
Culture.
The unproductive black male of the 80s. So that's what I saw. So I watched all the males in my family go to prison. For my mom's cousins, uncles, grandmother's brothers, and I never heard anybody say anything bad about prison. They come home and make it sound bravado, like you're missing out on something, as if it's a rite of passage. Not only that, you're seeing it on television, so it's being reinforced either way. So we had a whole black exploitation era. So by the time, I'm an injured kid who get to watch all the television in the world in the hospital, at home. We had a VCR. So by the time I get to be a normal kid that can go outside and play, it's a new culture, gang culture. And it's trending. I remember when we seen Colors our first summer, we went and got bandanas and put them in our pocket. I went and got me a pocket knife. I don't know nothing about this but what I saw on television. I didn't know how to have sex from listening to rap music. And this is in the 5th and 6th grade. There was a song by 2 Live Crew called Hey, We Want Some. Yeah, so imagine stopping it, rewinding it, stopping it, so you can get every lyric. So our culture taught us, and I say this often, and people really overlook it, it's a rape culture.
Rape culture?
Yeah, hip-hop is a rape culture.
Tell me about it.
I put a Molly in her drink, and she ain't even know it. Me and my homies like to play this game. Some call it Amtrak, but some call it the train. We all would line up in a single file line and take our turns waxing girls' behinds. Every time it get to me, I was out of luck because I stick my... in and it will get stuck. The girl will say stop, I say I'm not. The girl will say stop, I say I'm not. But we dance to it. There's another song. I take her back to the trap. I gave her a perk, and she ain't even know it. Then she dropped her panties. So when we watch the frat parties, what was that, Porky's Revenge? Hey, let's spike the punch. The girls don't know to spike the sponge. When we see a bunch of girls, hey, baby, let me get you a drink. Come over, let's have some drink. Drink.
This is the next thing I like about Charleston White. His perspective on things is spot on as well. Because I didn't actually see it like that. But like after like sitting here and meditating on it, I was like, yo, he knows what he's saying, right? It's the influence of because like basically you're getting her without have to doing the work or a consent. The pill is actually doing the action for you. She's actually out of her mind when she's taking these things and don't even know, right? Anything happens.
To do what? And have sex. That's coercion. She have to have a sober mind. So that's our culture.
How did it happen?
Hollywood entertainment. They
because it didn't
they
used to be
romanticize
like
it.
that.
Now they romanticize it.
When you see the videos of back in the days, African American families, suits, the way they dressed, clean, solid, strong. What got into that? You're saying purely it's hip hop and movies?
A group of teenagers that became a phenomenon like the Beatles, NWA. Not only that, you got this group that know things about crack that the rest of America don't know. They the first crack babies. They the ones told us in songs, mother smoke crack and your friends can have sex with them. Boys in the hood is always hard. We didn't know about a strawberry. What is a strawberry? A woman who sell her body for crack. You know how many of our aunties that end up doing that? You know how many guys that was in middle school that sold dope and his best friend mom was on dope and he ended up effing his best friend mom? And now they hate each other to this day. So it wasn't just hip hop. It was the lyrical content that children was being able to have access to. This is before the parental advisory stickers. Not only that, you got this music, which if you wanna check the temperature of your youth's mentality, listen to the music. So now you got this new chemical that was made in a laboratory. Black people didn't know how to cook crack. That's a chemist method. Somebody had to teach them. By the way, government taught somebody how to do this when we watched the movie Snowfall. So when they came out of California to come spread crack throughout America, who they bring? The gangs. Throughout the South, these little small country towns who people are fascinated by California from what we've seen on television. And we emulated a culture that was more destructive than the Ku Klux Klan and the Jim Crow system.
Wow. And you're saying it was intentional?
Nobody thought it would become this. It was dismissed. There's a bunch of kids from the ghetto rapping. It was dismissed. No one could predict what crack was going to do to Black America. Nobody could have predicted that. These are poor children who don't know if I get this, because where we get this from? How do I know if I sell this can put me away from life and I'm not hurt nobody, I'm going to feed my family, the people coming to buy it?
Where is the information coming from on how to do these things? I know it's not a case where persons just like sit down and came up with this thing on their own. The information must be coming from somewhere.
What black man knew when they was touching dope that this could put me away forever? They didn't even know what it would do. They didn't even know what it would do. So a lot of it was out of survival. Some of it was out of greed. But most people started selling drugs out of nature's first rule of self-preservation.
Black Americans are 13% of the population, yet they account for 37% of crack users.
It was given directly to them. Cocaine was a rich person drug. Crack is the only drug you say, hey man, I got $2, and you get your $2 hit. No other drug you can do that. The weed man don't do it. The liquor man don't do it. Crack was the heroin guy don't do it. Crack was the only drug you can come with a bunch of quarters and say, man, I got $1.50. It's not a long-term high like acids or Molly. It's a short high. But the dopamine that it feeds, it what makes it so dangerous.
How do you address it at this point? How do you address it now? Like if you...
just like the first the guys who created AA and NA. You don't change that method. That method have always worked and it still work today. You can't change nothing if the person don't want to change.
Can you reverse the effects of it today?
Well, yes.
How would you do it?
Well, yes and no. Because it's just like the pandemic virus was real big and they pushed it on us. They pushed us on us. Well, since 90 to 97, all you heard about was crack babies. All they showed us what crack does to a baby. Where are they now? The crack babies done grew up and had babies. Where are they babies at? What they babies doing? They're the violent ones that we see today. That's 10, 11, 12 years old. These are the violent, these are the kids we are afraid of right now. Them crack baby kids. Then, if you want to put that on Black America, psychotropic drugs that white people been getting their white kids. ADHD medication. So, and then this is a group of children who are human detached from humanity because they're in the metaverse world. So they don't have the same compassion, the care, concern that regular humans should have because we have human attachments. They don't go outside to play.
What does the institution that aborts the baby do with it? If you know, please leave a comment in the comment section.
Tests like lab rats on humans with no oversight. We don't know what they do with those bodies, those babies. So there's no oversight really. They get to do what they want to do. But the originator, Margaret Sanger, this was never set up to be something good. So how can you change anything's original design if you can't go back and change the design? Why abort the babies? Why not try to find the daddy? Y'all come together, get him some resources to breathe life and keep life instead of take life. Why kill the baby?
That is it, yes.
If I get mad at my dog, I can't shoot him, I can't feed him, but I can go kill my baby? You'll put me in jail if I can't feed my dog no more, kill him, abandon him, and she can go kill the baby without the father's consent.
Yeah, that doesn't add up. So the dog seems to have more right than a human being. If you hurt the dog, do anything to mistreat the dog, jail. But you can go ahead and kill a child. It's not fair.
She didn't make the baby by herself. So our government get this woman and this organization to kill a man's baby without his permission. How can you do that? In what world is that all right? She can go do it behind my back. I ain't got, man, what if I want to keep this life? What if we killing the next president? You don't know what we taking away from the world when you do that.
Half the population disagrees with you. Why do you think that is?
Half the population disagrees with me.
Brainwash.
Because we live in a society in era. But this group of Americans look at right and say right is wrong, and look at wrong and say wrong is right. I don't know how much longer we can go on because we've never been that kind of country. Even when we got here with the forefathers, they fought over slavery. They just said, hey, yeah, we go. No, they really fought over it. They spent days and months and years trying to put a fork. No, and it was people saying, no, man, we know this ain't right. Man, it's a necessary evil. Everybody been slave. But man, they fought against that. America just didn't dive in and say, okay, that's what we want to do. They really fought against that. Locked themselves in rooms like they do now. Right now, they fighting over bullshit. Man, them people, they fought over that, if you really know history.
So you're saying this is something worth fighting for, and...
The rights that we have, the rights that we had and we knew as children, our children would never know. So I think it's worth fighting so they can know what a summer of 1985 and 87 was like when you didn't have to worry about kids getting killed by gun violence. Never crossed nobody's mind. Man, we could walk to the mall, go here, and we never had a pervert kidnapping nobody. All the perverts was in the family. Wasn't strangers. We looking for strangers, but it's your cousins, it's your uncles. Them the people that's doing it. But we looking for strangers. So, man, our kids don't know what it's like to be free and have real freedom because they exist in the metaverse world to have community guidelines that don't allow them to have free speech. So what outlet do our children have that we have where they can have freedom of expression? They can't. Everybody's offended. So yeah, these children are in the box. Like, you know, I actually read the book and saw the movie, the movie V for Vendetta. Mm-hmm. That's where we're at in America right now. We just hadn't got to the end of the movie yet.
How do you think this thing ends?
Good wins, evil loses. Love conquer hates, and then another civilization will start over again. Because this group cannot go on another 100 years. Everybody's too hateful. Everybody's too hateful. It ain't just white people, black. Everybody hate everybody. Don't like no. So only thing ain't hating is the things in nature. So I think love's conquer all. There'll be a small group of Americans who really love American and love humans and can appreciate life after all the destruction and disasters they done seen done upon earth based on mankind, and they go live nature-free people like Tarzan.
Who's evil today? If you were to say evil, where's evil coming from?
The Bible says, and I'm just saying what's been quoted, evil exists in high places. High places and high principalities. Evil don't exist among poor people. But some of the most evil things appear to happen down off in poverty.
True.
Nah, that ain't evil. Those are conditions and circumstances that have been created
by high places.
Not by your choice. Evil exists at the top. Evil gets to decide which military drop bombs. That's evil.
Bucks.
The destruction and disaster that these men can cause, and they never touch a battlefield, that's evil. They're sending other people's children, that's evil. If they had to send theirs, they'll think about going to war. If they had to put on a uniform like General George Washington did, get on the goddamn horse and fight with these soldiers, Trump, all of them, they'll stop wars. Now, Putin is the only one that's capable and has the wherewithal to be a soldier. That's why I respect him and I love him. So when I heard Trump and all these other weak politicians talking to a real killer like this man done killed people. Y'all ain't never killed him. Y'all been killing Durham. And he killed callously, cold hard. Them the leaders we need.
Killers?
For the nation. You got killer military. Your generals are killers. You train children to kill. Why can our commander-in-chief of our military be a killer? We need killers running as commander-in-chief.
Yeah, that kind of, controversial. So everybody we are trained or get trained for go to war is a killer, but the person who will lead them has never killed anybody, but the person who will lead them can give the authority to go kill other people, right? So basically, the person who will lead is more like a spokesman, a speaker, a politician. It's like a politician, and then so basically, a politician is leading the army, but not doing what the army is doing. Makes sense?
Chief. Let the president be vice president, but let a commander-in-chief be a military motherfucker to run this country and lead this country.
This is how it was for a long time.
I know history, and that was great America. Great America.
Meaning, when I say how it was, commander-in-chief was somebody that was in the military. Commander-in-chief.
I thought that's what they meant.
Yeah. Interesting. So you're saying you would prefer a leader at the top.
The sniper over in Iraq. I would prefer him, a person like him that done went over there and fought for this country, killed for this country, lost buddies that died for this country, and come over here and tell us what's best for this country.
You'd rather have that sniper be the president than who we have today?
Yeah. Because he can't lead by himself. He has advisors. He has a cabinet. So he asked, man, but yeah, you need a soldier in the White House. You don't need a politician. Let your politician stay in Congress. But your president's supposed to be a soldier. You see what that African president is doing over there, that young brother? That's the kind of, he's a soldier. He's the commander-in-chief. Why do you got a Wall Street boy up there with a wig on? You need a lieutenant or a captain with a bald spot in his head, don't give a damn about a toupee. But he died for this country because he done served it, he done put years in it, he done trained and raised. This his country. This ain't country, man. Our military supposed to be our presidents and politicians and shit. Man, they go and fight, lose legs and limbs and come over here and suffer without a voice. For politicians to dictate to them and they done die, man, no. Should nobody be able to dictate to a soldier who done put his life down on the line? And everybody should handle them with care.
So you prefer Putin over who we have here?
Yeah.
Tell me what you like about Putin.
Oh, I like Putin because everybody ain't in Russia. I like Kim Jong-un because everybody ain't in North Korea. North Korea is about North Korea. Russia is about Russian. America is not about Americans.
True.
America's about what?
Other people's interests. That's why we send money over there. That's why they can come over here and get loans that the average American citizen can't get credit loans. They can come over here and get rights that your blacks have never gotten. You got an Asian hate bill. How that happened? For your black people got them some kind of bill that protects them because they're the number one people who die of gun violence. I ever see some kind of protection around black people because they are dying at a rate almost like the pandemic.
What's the top cause of blacks dying?
Culture.
Poverty.
Lack of God.
Single parent homes. And the culture. So I wouldn't say the culture.
Is it.
We have a subculture that has superseded our culture. It's a subculture that have superseded the original culture of black people.
Tell me more.
Black people have always pursued education to get out. It was never about sports. So now you got a sports guy who can have an ability to get his education, but he'll leave soon just to go get the money and be broke 5 years after he leaves, statistically wise, without the education. Guess what? He ended up in prison. The single parent motherhood is the number one tool and detriment against the black community. It's not the absent father. The absent father is not around. How can he have an impact? His absence does. But he's more impacted what he sees his mother does and what man she brings in and out the life. How she treats him. So most guys who've been mistreated by their mother grow up to mistreat women. They don't grow up, they fight men. That's the issue they got with dad. But it's a lot of guys got issues with dad and mother because they had a neglectful mother. So he extremely violent. And there's no Boy Scouts program. There's no early childhood training.
How can you expect somebody who has never been trained to do well, right? How can you expect someone to go to war and win if they never get the training to do it, right? That's what he's referring to right now. He's saying that mom alone can't do it, and now the kid grows up to resent the father. Yes, but because of being around mom too much and don't have a father figure or a training, he's just basically going to adapt the femininity of the mother. He's going to be emotional.
To teach emotional intelligence. Mama frustrated. So what typically does a single mother does? When everything is going good and going great, she don't spank the kids as much. Let a new man come into her life, she's a lot more loving and kind. Let things go bad, she's more frustrated, she's angry. You know, so now you get the emotional response. So now she whooping you because how she feel, not off teaching you discipline and correction.
That is it.
And that's about how. So she's taking it out on the kids. So most guys were abused. Most guys, when we see these violent people, and I've worked on many cases, murder cases, at assisting criminal defense mitigation specialists. What I come to find out, most of these violent guys have been sexually abused. How gangster you think he is? Yeah. Most of these, that's where the violence comes from. They're hiding behind extreme violence and aggression. But if he don't get the death penalty, they trying to kill him, he won't ever admit to it. So when you start learning mitigating factors about certain cases, you start to see a parallel and a correlation to sexual abuse, physical abuse, child neglect, and a mother. The mother created Jeffrey Dahmer. It wasn't the father. The mothers create these cold-hearted, callous, seem-to-be children that's coming out of the community. The mother creates that. She gives him the anger. Matter of fact, she gives him the fuel for the abandonment to turn into anger. Because he never heard nothing good about a black man. When he turned on television, black man that been killed. He watched the Tyler Perry movie, black man. Everything, so he a little boy trying to reflect. So he get his weight up with his hate, and he pay everybody back when he's bigger.
Charleston, how did the single mother happen? Like, if you look back and say, well, it happened after this.
White feminism. White lesbian. Sorry to call y'all, but you get the picture. Yeah, they came in because they ecosystem. They say there's plenty of fish in the sea. It ain't no more since feminism. Now you got women want to play quarterback against Tom Brady. Ain't never been the case. Man, I grew up watching Leave It to Beaver. His mama in the house. Now you got high divorce rates from extramarital affairs because you have men and women all in the workplace together. And co-workers. High school people and co-workers.
True.
You got a woman at home. Every woman got a work boyfriend. She might not be sleeping with him, but they have an emotional attachment. They go out together. She say that's her friend, but they secretly like it. That's her work boyfriend because she never get to see his flaws. She see him dressed up every day, smell good. So this is her ideal man in her mind.
Men, pay very close attention to what he's trying to tell you. That's why you have to guard your heart and your mind, because this is the reality. Right? This is what we're living. This is real.
She got an internet boyfriend. Somebody she like his pictures all the time. A person she listened to. We watching ass and titties. She want to hear something to validate her. Most of us are too busy to validate her emotions. It's not a man's job to validate your emotions. Look in the mirror and validate them yourself so you can come out and be what I need you to be. So the single parent mother home came from feminism. I don't need no man. You got a deal though. Even when y'all get together, y'all can't have the best pleasure without that man's log.
That man's log is very powerful. You know that's it.
So our women separated from us. They demanded. They demanded to be by themselves. Fought for it, yeah. Now they say they can't find a good man.
Yeah.
Feminism takes away good men.
Okay, so politically, you got Trump, you got Obama. What do you think about Obama? How much did Obama do for the black community?
Nothing.
You don't think he did a lot of good for the black community?
He didn't do nothing for
He didn't change your life positively?
He changed.
But he's black.
He spent 8 years. He spent 8 years giving the homosexual community all of our civil rights. We still need a little bit more. So Dr. King and them fight wasn't for integration. It wasn't really to take the Jim Crow signs down. The initial fight, and it lasted for a while. The initial fight was equal rights and equal protection under the law. The Asians now have equal rights and equal protection because they have an Asian hate bill. You can't do nothing to Asian. The Jews, very well protected.
Very.
Black Americans, not so. So when I look at Obama, he had an opportunity, but he wasn't raised with a black American. So he don't connect with us. He don't relate to us because he's not a black American. He come from an African man who had a baby with a white woman overseas and raised by his white racist granddaddy and his loving white grandmama. He grew up at school dating white women. Like, who you date, your mama? Michelle was a political move for him.
You think so?
He would never got elected had he had a white woman. That's why Kamala couldn't get elected. Ain't nobody vote for no black woman with no white man coming from our culture. Each with their own kind. If you want to lead us, each with their own kind. White America would never pick a white. Why you think that boy got kicked out of England with that black woman? You gonna come bring this to our bloodline? No. Hell no, man. That's why mama and them said you don't go over there and have no baby with them people. You stay over here. Red birds and bluebirds don't fly together, but they both birds. Each with their own kind. You can't be mad about that. So Obama could not relate to the black American struggle coming from the Nigger slave. He's not a seed of a slave.
No.
So why would he cry with us? He wouldn't cry with his people, homosexuals.
Those are his people.
Them his people. Man, them his people.
Stop.
You saw what man, listen.
You think?
Yeah, he gave them the world. Yeah, them his people. How you recognize your kind? By their actions. Homosexuals got actions. That's how you know they're homosexuals. He with his kind.
You're saying Barack Obama's gay?
I'm speculating.
What
based on his mannerism. He wasn't tough enough in the White House. George Bush was tough. Andrew Jackson was tough. Every motherfucking body was tough. Except him. Get along, go along kind of. Man, we don't need no president to get along and go along. We damn near need a dictator. So, man, I'm Trump all day because America needed something that it had never had. They needed somebody that wasn't a politician. Couldn't get a soldier. Shit, we got a con man. This man done played all kind of roles. He done been in every role. He done been in every face of every ethnicity in every culture from the 60s to now. From being on Apprentice to dibbling and dabbling with all the hip-hops, Don King, Mike Tyson, Michael. So, man, this man is a black icon to us.
Oh, you're calling not a con man. What do you call a chameleon? Chameleon.
Let me just break this down. A con man is not a crook. A con man is a short term for a confidence man.
Ah, I got what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, they just turn into con. A confidence man.
But even though he's never been in a fight before, you're okay with that. He's still your president.
One time I got asked, could I level a house? Because I'm a confident man. Say, hell yeah, I can level that house. Took me all summer to do it. Could I do it? No, didn't know it was just damn hard. Underpriced myself. But I'm a confident man, so I believe I can do anything. Man, if you mess with me, I believe I can whoop John Cena. Physically, probably not. But you can't tell this little mind. I can't. As impossible as it seems, I think I can. Man, that's what I tell myself. In any situation.
Who fed this to you as a kid? Were you ever in sales? Were you ever like...
No, the books, the little red caboose.
Which books?
The little red caboose about the train.
That's it?
All the stories that they tell you as a kid. So, man, I had toys, but I read books because it was a form of traveling as a kid.
This book?
Yeah, I think I can. I've been a little red caboose. So they tell you things as kids. That trick you. Sticks and stone may break my bone, but words will never hurt me. I make myself believe that.
Affirmations,
man. So you hear saying, oh, man, now listen. The worst thing we could have done to our military is don't ask, don't tell. Now we asking, and you tell us, cause we don't need y'all out on that battlefield. We need y'all sexually frustrated after blowing up shit. We don't need y'all nuts on flat. Fucking each other? So no, you don't get into this military. Get a gay military to work with the National Guard, passing out food and water bag. But them overseas motherfuckers should not be gay. The Russian military ain't gay. China military ain't gay. Man, we got some shit on our hands to fight. We don't need that. That should be a home ec teacher. Put home ec back in schools and let them teach home ec.
Here's a point.
As a man.
That doesn't look like a warrior or somebody who's going to fight war. That look like that should be a grandma cooking cookies and muffins. He has a point.
Man.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
As a man, though. Just call him Mr. Levine. Or say him.
He wants you to call him her.
Man,
That's what, no.
My mama told me, she said, the devil is the master of deception. The devil is the master of deception. What's more deceiving than that? A man look like a woman, acting like a woman, but is naturally a man.
I mean, that is the most deceptive thing we can find right now. A man pretending to be a woman and looking like a woman and acting like a woman, but not a woman. Very deceptive. As I said, that person look like a person that should be baking cookies and muffin. That's not a person that should be on the battlefield, right? Whether based on their gender, that's not a look for a warrior. It doesn't work like that.
Man, still a man in nature. What's more deceptive than that in the devil?
Hey guys, thank you for watching this exciting episode with Charleston White on the PBD Podcast. If you guys are trying to watch the full episode, the link will be in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe as we try to put out new content daily.